Welcome to Module 2, Chapter 8, on Institutional Frameworks and Barriers to Circular Economy Adoption. Today, we will explore how our current actions shape the future, focusing on sustainability and the circular economy. Sustainability means meeting our needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet theirs. It is about balancing economic growth, social fairness, and environmental protection. The circular economy challenges the traditional linear model by aiming to eliminate waste and maximize resource use. In this chapter, you will learn the key definitions, the reasons behind adopting these concepts, and practical frameworks for applying circular principles in organizations. In this chapter, we will examine the main elements that shape the adoption of circular economy practices. We begin with an introduction to the challenges of circular economy innovation and the important role of institutions. Next, we will discuss institutional theory and its relevance for sustainability, focusing on the three pillars that define institutional environments: regulative, normative, and cultural cognitive. We will analyze how these pillars can both support and hinder circular economy adoption. The chapter will also cover key barriers, including the influence of the external environment and the limitations of local versus global governance. Finally, we will look at how resistance to change and deep cultural assumptions can slow progress. Innovation strategies based on the circular economy model often face significant challenges. One major challenge is inactivity and path dependency, where past decisions and established systems limit future choices and developments. This makes it difficult for organizations to shift to new approaches or adopt innovative solutions. Historical patterns can reinforce existing behaviors, making transformation slow. Institutional explanations help us understand why some systems resist change, as institutions can both stabilize and hinder progress. However, these same institutions can also create opportunities for new pathways and support transformation. The role of institutions is complex. They can act as both drivers and obstacles for change, evolving alongside society and the economy. Understanding these dynamics is essential for overcoming barriers and successfully implementing circular economy principles. Institutional theory helps us understand how different institutions, such as government policies, economic incentives, and international agreements, influence the adoption of circular economy practices. These institutions can drive circularity through measures like waste management and extended producer responsibility laws. For example, national policies and economic incentives can encourage businesses to adopt sustainable practices. At the same time, institutions can create challenges, such as regulatory barriers or conflicting interests, that make implementation difficult. The effectiveness of circular economy initiatives often depends on how well institutions support long-term sustainability. By examining both the drivers and obstacles created by institutions, we can better understand how to advance circularity and address the challenges that arise in practice. Successful circular economy initiatives require the involvement of a wide range of stakeholders. Collaboration across industries and organizations is essential for arranging material flows, which form the practical basis for circularity. Societal support, including legislation and financial subsidies, is also necessary to realize circular economy projects. Institutional factors such as norms and cultural aspects play a significant role in guiding the shift towards sustainable practices. These factors influence how stakeholders perceive and engage with circular economy principles. By fostering collaboration and societal support, and by addressing institutional influences, organizations can create an environment where circular economy initiatives are more likely to succeed and deliver lasting benefits. Institutional theory provides a multi-level approach to understanding environmental behaviors. It examines issues from the individual level, such as cognitive biases, to the organizational level, like structural inefficiencies, and up to the institutional level, where root causes of destructive behaviors are found. This interdisciplinary perspective allows us to analyze environmental problems from multiple angles. By considering individual, organizational, and institutional factors, we gain a comprehensive understanding of why certain behaviors persist and how they can be changed. Institutional theory is particularly useful for examining the complex interactions that shape environmental actions and for identifying effective strategies to promote sustainability and circular economy practices. Institutional theory explores how established social structures contribute to societal stability. Institutions guide our perceptions of the natural environment and shape our choices and behaviors. Environmental problems are often rooted in behavioral and cultural factors, not just technological or economic ones. Transforming economic behavior towards sustainability depends on the support of institutional environments and organizational cultures. These structures influence how individuals and organizations perceive environmental issues and determine the actions they take. By understanding the role of institutions in shaping behavior, we can develop more effective strategies for promoting sustainability and advancing the circular economy. Scott's framework divides institutions into three pillars: regulative, normative, and cultural cognitive. The regulative pillar includes rules and laws that govern behavior, providing a basis for compliance and order. The normative pillar covers social norms and values, creating binding expectations and influencing actions through shared beliefs. The cultural cognitive pillar involves shared understandings and perceptions, shaping how people interpret and respond to their environment. These three pillars interact and collectively reinforce the stability and resilience of social structures. Understanding how these pillars function helps us see how institutions can both support and hinder the adoption of circular economy practices. Organizations often seek stability, but adopting circular economy practices requires transformation. Institutional frameworks, such as laws, economic agreements, and accepted practices, can both facilitate and hinder progress. The regulative system can encourage circular economy by discouraging wastefulness, but it may also create barriers by restricting the reuse of products. The normative system supports circular economy by making recycling socially acceptable, but it can conflict with broader goals if it focuses only on recycling. The cultural cognitive system shapes societal expectations and perceptions of waste and sustainability, influencing the legitimacy of circular economy initiatives. The external environment significantly impacts organizational activities and decision-making. Circular economy faces challenges such as material and energy flow constrictions, which often fit into normative and cultural cognitive boundaries. Institutional theory helps us understand these challenges by examining how external factors influence organizational behavior. Many studies have defined and categorized barriers to circular economy adoption, revealing similarities in terminology and highlighting the importance of addressing both external and internal influences. By understanding the impact of the external environment, organizations can better navigate the challenges of implementing circular economy practices. Extended institutional theory incorporates economic and technological variables to explain how businesses adopt efficient practices. Four key factors influence adoption: regulatory, socio-cognitive, economic, and technological. Regulatory and socio-cognitive factors focus on legitimacy, while economic and technological factors enhance efficiency. Established models and investments may obstruct market breakthroughs due to long payback times. Understanding these factors helps organizations identify both opportunities and barriers to adopting circular economy practices and supports the development of strategies that balance legitimacy and efficiency. Circular economy projects support sustainability but often remain local due to the lack of global governance. Material and energy flows can cross boundaries, shifting problems to other locations. Key challenges include land use trade-offs, long-term environmental uncertainties, and dilemmas related to product durability. Recycling and reuse also have trade-offs, often focusing on raw materials rather than extending product life. Addressing these challenges requires considering both local and global impacts and developing governance structures that support sustainable outcomes across different contexts. Circular economy initiatives must balance current eco-efficiency with future sustainability. Major investments can lead to lock-in situations and long-term environmental consequences. While industries may benefit locally, their global impact can be negative, especially in developing countries. Each project should be assessed for its net sustainability impact, considering both positive and negative effects compared to the previous state. Consistent policy frameworks and a focus on both recycling and reuse are essential for maximizing sustainability benefits. Businesses and institutions often face resistance to change, which is a key cultural barrier to circular economy adoption. The traditional linear economy mindset guides business purposes and can lead firms to ignore environmental demands. Deep cultural beliefs and basic assumptions, shaped by external factors like raw materials, labor, and energy, influence how organizations respond to change. Overcoming resistance requires addressing these underlying assumptions and promoting a culture that values sustainability and innovation. Scott's framework divides institutions into three key pillars: regulative, normative, and cultural cognitive. The regulative pillar consists of rules and laws that govern behavior, the normative pillar includes social norms and values, and the cultural cognitive pillar involves shared beliefs and perceptions. These pillars are interconnected and collectively reinforce the stability and resilience of social structures. Their interaction influences both societal and business practices, shaping how organizations approach sustainability and the circular economy. Institutional theory helps explain sustainability efforts, including circular economy practices like recycling and sustainable production. Regulations can encourage circularity by discouraging waste but may also create barriers by restricting reuse. Cultural cognitive factors shape public attitudes toward waste and sustainability, affecting how circular economy initiatives are perceived and implemented. Together, these institutional forces determine the legitimacy and success of circular economy projects. To fully realize the potential of the circular economy as a sustainable growth model, institutions must focus on reducing production and material use, as well as promoting reuse. A broader institutional focus is needed to support circular economy initiatives and help them succeed in the long term. By addressing both regulatory and cultural factors, institutions can create an environment that encourages sustainable practices and supports the transition to a circular economy. Thank you for your attention throughout this chapter. We have explored the institutional frameworks and barriers to circular economy adoption, gaining insights into the roles of institutions, stakeholders, and external factors. As we move forward to the next module, keep in mind the importance of understanding and addressing institutional influences to support sustainable change. We look forward to welcoming you to the next chapter.